is whenever I needed to pee. You will set yourself up for a much better success. 15 minutes seems to be like my magic minute. I still struggle with negative thoughts, with
you forced me to work on myself because you put me through hell. I guess I should thank you for that. I'm okay, but it was a real close call. It went from a walk to a crawl. Had to tell how the gun lived wrong. I was panicking, but hey, I guess I survived you.
good morning. Happy Friday. It is actually, outside is really miserable. The weather in Brisbane this week, honestly, has been up and down. The week started off hot. I thought, that's it. Winter's over. I'm really sad. And then by Wednesday, it was getting colder. And then yesterday morning was freezing and it was wet. And yeah, it's just, she doesn't know. She doesn't know what she wants, but that's okay. But yes, I had a bit of a cheeky sleep in this morning. And by cheeky sleep in, I actually mean like a really big sleep in. So normally I wake up at 4 most days of the week, even sometimes on the weekends. I woke up at 8:15. Really slept in. But I think I needed it, which comes to this video. Let me take a sip of coffee. So good. Actually, there's a dog hair in there. Story of my life. But it got me thinking, because obviously I have wrapped up doing 75 hard, and I am going to do another fitness challenge in October. Not 75 hard. I've actually got a different one in mind, which of course I'll film. So up until basically now, until October, I have a couple of other like little challenges that I'm going to do. But in between those, I was like, what? Am I just going to live my life? Am I just going to be a healthy human? And that is the consensus that we've come to. So I am actually going to share some of the things that I have learned over the last, I'm going to say 3 months, that have really helped me get on track, stay on track, and just start to have a bit more of a healthier lifestyle. Just a couple of tips, especially things during 75 hard that really sort of helped me, because there were some days where I had no motivation. I didn't want to do anything. I was just like, So I figured I would just share some of my tips and tricks that I have learned over the last couple of months. Some of them you probably already know. Some you'll probably roll your eyes at, but that's okay. It may just be you need a little reminder, or you might need a may not need one at all. Maybe you are a healthy human being. So I guess if you have any, leave them in the comments. Anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee, and I just figured while I'm working from home, I'd bring you along through my day. I would share my healthy tips and tricks for getting started. Yeah. I don't know what else I was going to say. Hi, me.
Take me home, take me on a ride. I got a good feeling about the colors lighting up your eyes. Take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good feeling. Tell me the only thing you are is mine now. Na, 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 na. I got a good feeling. Na, 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 na. I got a good feeling. Good feeling. You wanna know is how to hold on to it every moment. Dive into it like my love is an ocean. It's overflowing. I swear it's golden. So good that I'm rolling. Baby, lighten up. Your eyes take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good feeling. Tell me the only thing you are is mine. Take me home, take me on a ride. I got a good feeling about the colors lighten up. Your eyes take me home, take me to the sky.
Tip for a healthy lifestyle is a clean environment makes for a clear brain. Well, it does for me. I know when my house is a bit messy, my brain feels messy, and I just can't focus. Sorry. Anyway, so one thing I do for myself is I will schedule 15 minutes just to give my house a quick reset. Now, I normally actually do this at night before I go to bed because I love waking up and having a clean kitchen. I feel like if you start your day clean, it just makes things so much more easier. But unfortunately, last night I was super tired and I just went, nah, you know what? I will look after that tomorrow. I know sometimes people struggle with keeping their house clean. I do. I work full time. I do a lot of things outside of work as well. And so I actually schedule 15 minutes in my calendar that's called Tidy House. So I actually have set time aside just to give my house a quick reset. So it could be, you know, putting things in the dishwasher, putting on a load of washing. It could be wiping down my benches and stuff like that. Just so I can keep my house at least looking tidy. Anyway, I'm hungry. It's 10 o'clock, which is actually really late for me to have my first meal of the day, which now is my other tip, is food. So I know when I was doing 75 hard, my diet that I picked was gluten-free. So I made sure that I had foods in my house that were gluten-free. I am not a meal prepper. I hate meal prep. I don't like frozen foods. I am not a massive fan of leftovers. Like, if we cook something and then there's like leftovers the next day, that is fine. But any longer than that, I don't do leftovers. So I always be prepared. I am always prepared. So I basically have a rough guide of meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, do I stick to what I've scheduled for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? No, of course not. But at least I know I have everything in the house for those meals. So I think when starting a healthy lifestyle, fitness, whatever, is don't be so hell-bent on being strict with, okay, I'm going to have this for Monday and I'm going to eat, you know, tuna salad for lunch on Tuesday. Cool, you can plan for that. That's awesome, but don't feel like you have to stick to that. You may feel like something different, and I think that's where I know I've gone wrong in the past, is I've tried to stick to a schedule of food that I've organized for myself, and then I've not felt like that, and so then I've gone off the rails. I think it's okay to be prepared, but have a variety of things on that list. So you may not feel like tuna salad for lunch that day. You might feel like vegetables, or you may feel like a different piece of fish. You may feel like barramundi. You may feel like chicken. You may feel like something completely different. But as long as you've got a wide variety, I think you will set yourself up for a much better success than just being super strict and not having the variety. Which leads me to what I'm going to eat for breakfast. I actually don't know, because I actually have lots to choose from. I could have a protein shake, like I could have a green smoothie. I could have eggs on toast. I could have oats with fruit. I'm gonna have a think. I'm pretty hungry, so I feel like it needs to be. I'm thinking eggs. Yeah, I'm thinking eggs.
Never waste my time. You are I want. Neither of us wanna be alone. Breathing in your love, on your touch. Oh, it's what I'm living for. Say I'll never waste my time. I'm all you want. Oh, yeah, we live it up. I know for sure that I'll always be yours. We could be spending time chasing nights, cruise the wine. until we see the sunrise. Hit my line, we align. Every night with you's the time of my life. Baby, don't feel no pressure. Yeah, you make everything easy, everything except leaving on. I'll never make you my enemy. Can't get enough of your energy. Know that you're feeling the same way. Yeah, we live it up, I know for sure that I'll always be yours. We could be spending time, chasing nights, cruise the one until we see the sunrise. Hit my line, we align. Every night with you's the time of my life. The time of my, the time of my, the time of, baby, you're mine. The time of my, the time of my, yeah. Every night with you's the time of my life. Oh, we live it up for sure. Oh, and I'll always be yours. We could be spending time.
Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. I want to preface that I don't eat like this every day because I would not have time. But on the days that I work from home and I have the time to actually make myself a yummy breakfast or a big breakfast, I will. So we have one slice of wheat toast. Now I don't normally eat wheat toast, but that was all we have. Some smoked salmon. I made my own little kind of salsa with some tomatoes, red onion, purple onion, and some basil, poached eggs, and then an epic drizzle of balsamic vinegar because I love that. So this is my little breakfast. I also made myself another coffee. One thing I am doing at the moment is limiting myself to 2 coffees a day and also stopping caffeine from lunchtime onwards. So that is to try and help me wind down at night because I'm finding myself that I'm having a crash at about 2, and then for some reason I get like this little spike at like 5 or 6 o'clock, and then I struggle to actually like go to bed at a decent hour. So I'm hoping reducing my caffeine limit and time will fix all that. But anyway, I'm gonna eat my breakfast, which leads me to another healthy lifestyle tip that I have implemented, and that is not eating in front of the TV and actually sitting down and enjoying what I'm eating. I love food, so I actually am taking the time to sit down and really enjoy my meals rather than just like scoff them down because I have no time. Now, I can't always eat at a table. Some days I am busy and I literally have to do multiple things like eat on my lunch break and work at the same time. But if I have time, then I am definitely going to sit down and enjoy my meals, which is what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to eat my breakfast because I'm hungry. Although it's 10:30, so it's probably more like brunch. Anyway.
Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Act like you know how this goes.
Hello, puppy. Whew, alrighty. Tip. I don't know what number I'm at or if I was even doing numbers now that I think about it, but my next tip about starting a healthy lifestyle, obviously that includes exercise. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with exercise, which I think a lot of most people do. When I'm not in the mood, when I have zero motivation, I literally can't give myself time to actually think about excuses. So I will just get up, get dressed, and go move my body before I even have the mental, like the thoughts that go, no, I can't be bothered, I'm too tired, I don't have enough energy, I'm too busy, all of the excuses that we give ourselves. So that is what has worked for me, especially when I have no motivation, is I just try and turn off all of those thoughts and just get dressed and go move my body. Now, my second thing with that is you don't have to go and do crazy exercises. I honestly would keep it really simple, especially if you were like myself, who had not exercised in a really long time, was extremely unfit, no motivation whatsoever. Literally, schedule 15 minutes and walk around your backyard. Put on a podcast, put on a playlist, whatever it is. 15 minutes and walk around your backyard. If after 15 minutes you're still good, keep going. Just keep going until you're like, okay, I'm done. 15 minutes seems to be like my magic minute. Like everything I do is 15 minutes. 15 minutes for cleaning. 15 minutes minimum exercise, skincare, everything. 15 minutes is like my go-to. So that is my recommendation for starting to get fit, is just start simple. Start with 15 minutes, start with a walk, then you might go, okay, cool, I'm going to create a little 5-minute circuit for myself, something like I just did, like a couple of jump squats, some leg exercises, a couple push-ups, a couple abs, 5 minutes, and then go for a 15-minute walk, build onto it. Don't get sucked into, because I know I did, and I still do, I still watch a lot of very active, fit influencers, and I think, oh, yes, I'm going to go do that, and I'm going to do crazy burpees, and then I get out here and it's like I can't even do 2, and then I get defeated, and then I go, well, what's the point? I'm never going to get there. You're not going to be there straight away either. So just start simple. And honestly, I feel like that's the best thing for starting a healthy lifestyle, is start simple and build, because trying to do all of it too much in one go is just not realistic, in my opinion. Okay, going back inside now, and my next tip is about drinking water. We all know we've got to drink water. We all know we're supposed to drink so many liters or gallons or cups or whatever per day. But for me, I was always like, yeah, I get it, I've got to drink a shitload of water, but how do I remember to drink water? Do I just carry around a cup and a water bottle with me everywhere? Which works for some people. For me, it didn't. So I created a trigger for myself. And when this trigger happened, I knew that I had to have a big glass of water. And that trigger is whenever I needed to pee, I'd have a drink of water before I'd go. So I literally would grab a glass of water, drink it, go pee, come back, and have another couple of mouthfuls of water. That was my reminder. So every time I had to pee, I drink more water. So if you're struggling to drink water, that's my tip. Every time you go to the bathroom, have a glass of water or some water. See if it works. It does for me. That's what works for me. I'm just sharing my tips, my experiences with all of you in the hopes it helps. And yes, I'm rewatching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because I'm obsessed. Okay, I've just started editing this video and realized how long it is. So if you are still here at this point, thank you. Now, my last thing for starting a healthy lifestyle is realistically, the biggest change is to your mindset. And it has been for me. And changing your mindset is not easy. It is actually really hard. But once you figure out how your brain works and how you need to talk to yourself, everything else that you want to accomplish becomes so much easier. These are my favorite books. Some of them are self-development, some of them are mindset, some of them are good perspective changes. And so I would recommend reading. Now, my two absolute favorites is Maybe It's You and Mind Free. Now, these are not sponsored. There's nothing, like, I'm not making any money. I'm going to link all of these though in down below. But these two are my absolute favorite. Maybe It's You is probably my favorite. It is like a tough love book, but I just love it. And then Mind Free is also really good. This one has a lot of good meditations, affirmations. I know if that's not your thing, it can be a little bit hard to sort of change the way you think. This is a really good one for that, because I know I was into affirmations, but not necessarily meditation. And this one has honestly like really, really helped. So these two would definitely, like, I'd recommend. But changing your mindset is the biggest thing. For me, I still struggle with negative thoughts, with doubtful thoughts and things like that. And I have had to like learn to have conversations with myself. Like, I think like years ago, someone says like, you know, if you talk to yourself, you're crazy. Well, then I'm a crazy person, because I have conversations with myself all of the time. And I have to sometimes be like, Hayley, no, we don't think like that anymore. No, like, just no. And so I think investing in books about changing your mindset, courses about changing your mindset are honestly the best tip that I can give to starting a healthy lifestyle, because really the mind is powerful and she needs work. But I'm going to wrap up this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you get some value out of this. I know some things are pretty basic, so hopefully it might have been a good reminder. Hopefully you got something out of it. If you guys have other healthy...
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
No. Hopefully if you have any tips, healthy tips or anything like that you'd like to share, put them in the comments below. Like, let's share and help each other out. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Have a good night. Mwah! Bye.
Concrete back in high school. Knocked out cold, but I still